Okay, I wanted to do an update on my rabbit breeding project. Last video I did, I had 2 litters, one in each half of this hutch here, and they had their eyes open and were starting to bounce around. Now these 2 moms are pregnant again. I wasn't going to do it that quickly, but when my daughter was being born, my mom came over to feed the rabbits, and amazingly, despite a couple of fail-safes, managed to let my buck get in with one of my does, so I ended up just breeding them both. There's my turkey. I got some chickens now. That's one of the babies. That's actually one of the smallest ones. I'm not going to slaughter him just yet because he's a runt, and I think I've got somebody who wants to take him as a pet. My backyard is in the worst before it gets better phase. I scavenged some sheet metal pieces there, and I'm going to be making some shade for the rabbits when they run around here. They've been loose back here since I weaned them. They've eaten the grass down to nothing. There's my buck. He's running around right now. I just let him have some leg stretcher time. Then what I've got over here is 4 from this last litter that I've selected to keep. 2 of them are going to a friend who's going to start his own rabbit thing, or at least he's expressed interest, so I've pulled him aside for now, and I'm going to ask him again if he wants them. And then 2 of them I'm going to keep for my own expansion of my breeding project. I've been putting chicken wire around the base of all the fences. They've only tried digging out in a couple of spots. For the most part, they like digging under things that I lay on the ground for them. You can see one of the holes they started there. And I'm actually encouraging that. I want them to go underground so they can stay cool as long as they're not digging out of the yard. Since the last time I built this fence over here, which is kind of what's made this possible, scavenged those old screen doors from an old barn that was torn down, and then I built the rest of the fence around it. It's actually made to look nicer from the other side because that's the side of the yard that we hang out on. This is more the utilitarian side. And then that last little panel over there, I just kind of made myself to mimic the doors because they weren't quite long enough. And then this is the litter that is going to get harvested today. So I rounded them up. I'm only bleeding in a couple of spots from trying to chase these little suckers down. A couple of them really didn't want to be caught, but it wasn't too bad. No, they don't live in there in that tight density. That's just where I've got them right now. And right here, this is how I harvest them. The design is a rabbit ringer, rabbitringer.com. I didn't buy this from them. I just grabbed some scrap and made it up myself. But I want to give credit where credit's due. It's Rabbit Ringer is the design, and it's very humane, very quick. You just slide the head in there, pull on the feet, give it a nice firm pull, stretches the neck, and it lights out really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and do these guys, and then I've got my setup over here to process them. I just bought a food saver today, so I'm going to be boiling all of them, picking all the meat off, separating it out, and then freezing it. So I did a couple practice rabbits, so to speak, and the one that I boiled, it seemed to be the most usable meat for the method of cooking. It just, I was able to pick every little bit off, refrigerate it, and I used it in meals for a week. So once these guys are in the freezer, I should have plenty of meat to get me through until the next litter's ready. So I'm going to end this one there, and I think I will do a short video of the harvest for the less squeamish.